Hello, my brothers and sisters. Hello, hello, hello. We're going to talk about this movie very soon. Hold on for a minute. Just getting ready. I just took a shower and everything like that. So, just want to put my chakra necklace on. So, okay. Got these magnets and the crystal. So, anyways, let's talk about The Matrix Resurrection. Like my Halloween shirt, the darkest eyes, the devil's eyes. This is what these orcs will say. But moving on. So I'm not gonna talk about an entertainment view, obviously, because I'll leave that for my other channel that I just have fun with and everything like that. But this is more knowledge based and everything like that. Obviously, you could tell from the title and everything like that. But this movie, it is getting hate for no reason. Those are the people that don't see what this movie really is. This movie, what it really is, if you really want to break it down, this movie is basically an orc trying to make sure that his man and the woman do not come together. And this is still happening to this day, right? These orcs, these founding fathers, fucked our women up so much that some of these women don't even want to be with us. They want to be with some white boy, some Asian boy, some boy that's not part of their race. You know? That's the fucked up shit that these fuck up elites have done to our women. And they show it here in this movie. For crying out loud, like, you have and the best thing, best part too, that when you see Neo and you see the reflections of him as an old man, but we just see him as his just himself, basically, not his old himself with white hair and all that. That right there, I was talking to my friend about it too. I'm like, I like that they did that, because since he's looking at Trinity and Trinity looks different from other people, but he sees Trinity and she sees someone else, right? So they seen each other's souls. They're not seeing the physical vessel. They're seeing the soul. Meaning that if I was seeing you and your third eye was open, or your spiritual in tune with yourself, you'll be seeing this. You'll be seeing this. You won't be seeing this. You'll be seeing this. Okay? So if any uneducated people did not get that, you're uncultured swine. I'm sorry, you're an uncultured swine that wants what? I'm not getting into that because I'll save that for my other channel. But this movie, you have to pay attention to it. These people that made these movies, the Wachowskis, they're not men anymore. They're sisters now. They're not color or anything like that. I'm saying that they're now women. They're not men anymore. But the Wachowskis, you got to pay attention to their movies. All their movies, all of them. I don't give a fuck if you hate them. Stop looking at them for entertainment. They're not entertainment. They're knowledgeable. That's why a lot of fucking people love The Matrix. This movie's fucking amazing. Right? This movie is amazing. It's telling you what our women and men need to do. Color men and women need to do to come together to stop this fucking system. Because if your woman wakes up, this whole system's gone. For crying out loud, like, even the main villain himself literally said, "Woman, so easy to control." You know? You women were easy to control. They're making fun of you, man. They're making fun of you, saying that, yeah, we enslaved your ass, and now you made us look at us as like the worthy mate, basically, even though we don't give two shits about you, and if you get with us, we will kill you and your children if we have children with you. Some of them are like that. Some of them are not, but still they have that mindset in the back of their subconscious of like, do I really love her? Or do I want that sex or some shit like that? Or just to hold her back to not be of her own species. See, this is something that this movie pointed out a lot. And then you have a main character that she has a tattoo of a rabbit, and she's the white rabbit, which I already knew that she was the white rabbit before she even showed her tattoo. I love this movie. I love this fucking movie. I didn't see this movie as entertainment. I stopped looking at movies for entertainment. But when I tell you if I love this movie, that's how you know this movie did something right. And that's how you know this movie stimulated my fucking goddamn mind. This movie was fucking epic and awesome. Okay? Alright? Neo They were trying to make sure that Neo does not wake up again. All right? And then Neo, it's funny too, because I'm making a video game, and since I saw this too, I'm just like, what are these wicked beings looking at? Because some of the stuff that I saw in the Matrix Resurrection movie resonated with me a lot with the whole video game stuff. Because Neo was making a video game basically like that, and then he put his character on himself in the Matrix video game, but it's actually real and everything like that. Yes, that's it. What do you think all these video games are made for, guys? For kind of like they made a book about it. It's called Ready Player One. That shit's real. There ain't another movie about it called Space Jam 2. That's real. All of that shit's real. Okay? And the Matrix movie points that out even more. But the most important thing that this movie tries to pull off is that we need to come together. Like the men and the women. The masculine and the feminine. Not just inside of you, but outside of you. You need a balance. Okay? Remedy H said it best too. If you are in the astral realm building, what are you doing out of the astral realm? Huh? Exactly. You're not building, aren't you? Then how you know you're gonna get what you're gonna get? If you're not building in both sides of the spectrum. You could build huge things in the astral realm, but you gotta do that here too. It might take some time, but you would do it anyways. You know? Even if you have like little mini towers and everything like that, eventually that tower, you're going to make a bigger tower. Because you made it in the astral realm and then you also drew it. Just because it didn't happen right away, does not mean it's not going to happen. And then you see, and then that's one thing I want to point out too. In this movie too, you gotta pay attention of the black cat too, the deja vu cat. Because that deja vu cat was in the first movie. And remember, every time there's a deja vu, that's how you know there's a Smith in the Matrix. Well, there's a Smith in the system that tries to fuck up what you're trying to fuck up what you're trying to do, basically. And another thing that I want to point out in this movie too, that the movie does point out, that this has happened before. Yes. In real life, this has happened before. Yes. Most people are like, what are you talking about? We have been in this situation more than once. Basically, I'm not saying we like fell and all that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that in this system that we are in, we've been in this system. That's why every time we have deja vu, we'll be like, how come this feels familiar? How come I feel like I've done this before? It's because you've been in this system for a long time, and you waked up, you graduated basically. And when you wake up and you in tune and spiritual with yourself, that's how you know you graduated. At least in my opinion. Some people might be like, oh no, you have to do this and that. In my opinion, if you wake the fuck up and you know who the fuck you are and you know your surroundings and you know what the fuck who you are, like your species and shit, then I guess that is fine. I don't have no problem with it. But moving on, you even have Trinity. Trinity has her own family, and you have her own husband. You have her own husband be like, oh yeah, let's go. You're trying to distract her, trying to pull away from Neo. Because when they come together, the whole system will fall. Okay? And then have you noticed this too? I've mentioned this before. And guys, this movie told you if anyone got that jab, you're going to become bots. And that movie showed you it too. When there's innocent people and they're like, oh. And then all of a sudden, bots are turned on and they're like, Jing. For crying out loud, some of the main characters are like, I hate bots. That's what's going to happen soon, guys. They're telling you this. For crying out loud, there's like a moment in the movie where there's like a zombie invasion. But it's not a zombie invasion. They're mind controlled. They're like a zombie. They're like a zombie, but they're a bot. Meaning that they're part of this structure. They're part of this ward that these evil motherfuckers created. And that's when you tell the truth to some people, they either glitch out or they don't want to hear it. Why? Because it's not part of their code. Inside their code literally rejects it. Why? Because they don't want to be part of that ward, the real ward. They don't want to be part of that real ward. They want to be part of the fake ward. That's how you know they're part of that fake ward. You know? There's a difference between you wanting to stay in that ward in your because look, they also pointed out too that what if Trinity is actually happy in the world that she lives in, you know? And the thing is too, when you really think about it too, you'd be like, are they really happy? Yeah, they might not know who they are, but you know, they happily, they're smiling, they're not fighting. You know, I'm not saying no relationship is perfect and shit. Something to think about though, you know? But still, that does not mean you should not stop and be like, well, they're happy, so I should not tell them who they are. No, you should. Because if you don't, I mean, and if they find out and you know, and they know that you know, they'll be pissed off at you. And at the end of this movie too, Trinity actually thanked the orc. She thanked the orc saying that, you know what, I have to thank you for something. And he's like, what? To bring back what we were before. And I'm like, you're right, it's true. Some of these orcs actually know that their destruction is going to fall, and some of them don't mind it because they know. Because some of them, look, it's the same thing with the Dracos. They have some of them have the mentality of like, yes, I am this order and you in this order, and it's my job to keep you down. And then when you go right back up, I'm not supposed to do anything. I'm supposed to stay down here and keep the other people that are not awake here. You know, that's their job. Most people are like, why? It's just the way it is. They chose it too. I mean, everyone has a choice, obviously. They didn't have to be part of this, but they wanted to. You know, everyone has a choice at the end of the day. But the fact that they made that choice, it's also a balance because you can't have quote unquote good and evil without, you know. Again, I'm thinking it makes it so. I know with good and evil, but at the same time, there's a balance of wickedness and goodness. But there's more good than bad anyway. So again, that has to be balanced out. Why does that has to be balanced out? Is because the evil, wicked motherfuckers have done more destruction, more wickedness, and you again when a few people do more wicked stuff, you need to have majority of a lot of people to balance something that they don't even know themselves. There's some people around here that don't even know that this is a system that we live in. People think that this is a system that we live in. People want to call it a matrix. It's not a matrix. Maybe you want to call it a simulation. But some people don't even want to call it that. They just want to call it like this system that these organic these orcs made, you know. So and I got a lot of that from this movie. Not to say I didn't know all of this stuff, but this movie showed you a lot, and this movie is rightfully so to be really like, I don't know, like, again, I will make my own, you know, I will make my own assumptions in my other channel, but in this one, obviously I'm just talking about it knowledge-wise, but knowledge-wise, this movie is 100% you should watch, like, you should, like, I have Matrix 1 and Matrix Reloaded. I don't have the other one, but I might just get that one, just because the fourth one was just that good, in my opinion. They showed a lot, guys. I love the Matrix movies. I do. Because they show the truth about these movies. Alright? They show the truth about your world. Okay? And the fact that a lot of people might be like, oh, but we didn't see the guy that played Mr. Smith or Morpheus and shit like that. Guys, I want to say this right now. The reason that you didn't see that is because when you die, basically, you transcend to another body. You still look like that, the soul, but the physical vessel is not that. That's why you have a different Morpheus and a different Smith. They take in different vessels. I like that they did that in this movie. I like that. That's why when you're in tune and spiritual with yourself, you see these movies and you'll be like, that is fucking awesome. That is why that's why I like these movies, because they actually stimulate my mind and I see what they're telling me instead of the entertainment stuff. Fuck the entertainment stuff. I'm here to know the knowledge. I'm here to know what the fuck these motherfuckers know about me. Alright? Because I'm trying to remember all of this shit, and these motherfuckers know about me since day one. And they made us forget and shit, you know? Not to say we don't go within and we remember and everything like that, of course. Especially when we're building and all that shit, you know? But it's funny here too that Neo starts remembering too. He also stops taking the blue pill. He starts taking the red pill, right? And a lot of people might be like, oh, but you know, what's the red pill and blue pill? The blue pill is when you want to be ignorant. That is when you take the red pill route. The blue pill route. The red pill route is when you asking questions and want to know the truth. In the movie, they just give you an option, red or blue, basically, you know? And most people might look at them and be like, oh, I'm just gonna take blue and shit like that. I'm like, that's a mindset of you want to stay in this system because out there, you're scared of it. You're scared of the unknown. When the unknown is actually you. You the unknown. You are what these orcs fear. You saw what happens when Neo and Trinity came together? That orc was like, no, they're gonna come together, no. Because he knows what's gonna happen. And this is what's gonna happen soon. They're telling you this because it's happening soon. Alright? It's around the corner. Don't tell me it's not around the corner. That's the thing. Some of our brothers are already in tune and spiritual with themselves. They're already awake. But they're just waiting for the sisters. Because when they wake up, shit is about to hit the fan. Because look, the planet is feminine. The Matrix is feminine. She's a mother. She's a womb. It's feminine. So the boys might wake up first, but she might be like, yeah, but what about my daughters? I can't just change everything right away if my daughters don't wake up. And then our brothers would be like, you know what? She's right. You know, you don't force anyone. Just, you know, if anyone listens to you, they listen. If they don't, they don't. Just like any videos that I make. If you come and watch my whole videos, I appreciate you. I value you. Thank you. Thank you for watching my whole video. You know, if you're a brother or a sister, thank you for that. You know, and if you just want to know knowledge, then fine. You just want to know. You know, the only thing that's beneficial to this is just so-called Black and Hispanic people, because this information is actually for us. If any of these orcs listen to it, that's maybe some of them don't know, quote unquote, then they might be like, oh, that's racist, so how dare you say that? It's not for you. You mean to tell me if I tell you the pyramids were made from us and that's us, you're gonna tell me that's racist? Our family made that shit. That shit belongs to us. It doesn't belong to you. So that whole shit in Egypt should be literally on a quote unquote piece of paper. It really isn't. But it should be quote unquote given back to us. Not just that, but this whole fucking planet. This whole matrix system belongs to us. Matrix system. This whole matrix belongs to us. This whole mother belongs to us. Okay? We are her babies. Okay? And in return, we have to protect her. Okay? We made her also. Why do you think Neo, in one of the movies, he finds out that he was the one that created the Matrix? Am I wrong? I'm sure there was a movie when Neo found out that he was the god of the Matrix. Because that's what we are too. We are gods and goddesses of the Matrix because we made her. And she made our physical vessels. Okay? So what do we have to do in return? Take care of her. It's not that hard. Plant a seed. Ground yourself in nature. This is the stuff that we are going back to whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, guess what? The world's going to be separated anyways. It is. It's going to be separated anyways. This movie pointed out too. All the bots turned on while everyone that's awake is shooting all the bots? You don't think that's not going to happen? Of course it's going to happen. The fuck's wrong with you? I know that shit. That's why I'm not taking the whole thing that they want you to take. I'm not taking that shit. I know exactly what's in it, and I know exactly what's going to do to certain people. And yet they want to promote it. I told my mom this. They want to promote this whole jab thing and everything like that. But when this whole pandemic started happening, what did they do? Like, there was an orc that literally said, if this pandemic was so bad, America would literally be closed. Like closed. Like you won't be able to go outside if it was that bad. or even go to a store, or meet anybody if it was that bad. You see, there's other orcs around here, and other people are actually questioning, saying that, wait a minute, if this was really a pandemic, wouldn't we literally be shut down? Literally shut down. Like there wouldn't be no, I don't know, president elections, right? When that orc pointing that shit out, I'm just laughing my ass off. I'm like, I said the exact same fucking shit. You mean to tell me that, we're gonna go back to normal and shit like that when this shit's happening? You know? So going back to Matrix Resurrection. Neo and Trinity eventually come together, you know, and it's amazing and everything like that. I'm not talking about the whole movie, obviously, but I'm just talking about the most important part about this movie. They were trying to separate the man and the woman, which this movie showed that you need to come together, and that's what we're going to. The so-called black and so-called Afro-Hispanic are going to come together with their men and women, no matter what, because this is how we destroy the system that we know. All right? This system is fucked up. Don't love this system. All right? Why would you love this system? This system puts you down, change your history, talk shit down upon you, telling you that you are unworthy, and yet you see, and then praising the whole white man. And then when you do your research, you find out that this white man stole the technology of a color person. And then it's like, when are we gonna get the gratification? Oh, you do it. Here, you made peanut butter. Here, you made Hispanic food. You made Hispanic music. That's all we get. That's all we ever got, right? And some of those shits are not even from us. They're from them. Why do you think the main villain that was talking to Neo and when he was talking to his therapist is basically the main villain. And the main villain is basically like, oh, you're just, projecting your real life into the video game, and then the video game is, look, I understand that you should not put your fantasies into your reality mixed up in all that shit. Look, honest, I understand and understand that, but at the same time, the orc even tells you in the same movie that the only thing that matters is in here. The war that only matters is in here. So he contradicted himself. You see that? Some people don't even point that out, but I point that out. He did. He contradicted himself, the orc. He said that, oh, don't be imaginative, basically, but yet he said that the only war that matters is in here, and he knows it. That's the only thing that does matter, the war that's inside of here. What is your ward in your brain? And then find out what's the real ward from nature. Because if it's different from your brain structure, then you need to fucking change your whole fucking aspect of your brain. You do. Because if you meditate and you take your feet, if you take your fucking socks off and you plant your feet in the fucking goddamn grass or the wood that's right here on the floor, if you do that, you literally will connect with her. Connect to the grid of her. Basically her brain. The mother brain. And you will know what she's thinking, and you know how she feels. And you will agree with that, and you'll be like, this shit needs to change now. Fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck all these people that are like, oh, what do you know? That's how I know you didn't fucking meditate. That's how I know you didn't put your fucking feet on the grass. On some part of wood. Because that's still part of nature. Like I showed you here. There's wood panels here. That means it's part of nature. Go to your porch if you don't believe in that. At least your porch is more wood. You know? This is the stuff that these motherfuckers don't want us to know. Okay? We have to evolve. We have to become what Neo became again. Okay? So, that's it, guys. That's it. There is more to it, but there's just some of the stuff that I want to point out and some of the stuff that I've seen. And I'm sure there is more stuff to it. It's just, this is some of the stuff that I've seen. And if you've seen anything, comment in the comment section. You know, don't forget to like, share this video, and tell me what you guys think down below. And yeah, this movie is a perfect message for our people. We have to come together, especially our men and women. If you want to change the world, for crying out loud, man. Every time, man. Like, have you ever had an experience that you try to get with your own kind and then you can't get with your own kind? Because there's a system in place to make sure that you don't get with your own kind. They want you to get with someone else, to their own kind. They also want you to be attracted to their own kind. Look, if you're attracted to your own kind, that's fine. But that's just one step further of them trying to manipulate you. But if you are attracted to them, because they're all beautiful, some of them are beautiful, some of them are not, but some of them are beautiful. That's fine. Because the reason some of them are beautiful is because they have some of our blood in them. That's how they have these magnific Greek god bodies. If you take all of that out, you'd just be fucking monkeys. Hairless fucking orc monkeys with a pig nose and fucking ears like this and shit like that. Yo, man. And savages, that's what they wore back in the day too. So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and tell me what you guys think about the Matrix movie. Not not in entertainment. I'll save that in my other channel. This is for entertainment purposes. I mean, not entertainment. This is for educational purposes. Right? So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you thought the movie not entertaining, but I hope you saw the movie as informative, basically. Sorry, I was trying to pick the words, and since I'm thinking and obviously listening to meditation music, there's like, you know how sometimes there's things going on in the background and you listening to that more than your own thoughts. Yo, man, happens. But I'll see you guys.